Ah, it's just family. Fitting music for what you're about to do soon. Isn't it nice? A theme about closest about family when a game's about killing your family. I honestly feel they should have actually gone a different theme entirely. Because the reason why I don't like SS Family as much anymore is because it's being oversaturated in every single Assassin's Creed now. I get it, it's a really good theme, but God, let the other games have their identity. Don't just piggyback on nostalgia. Or correctly, I'm actually doing sequence 2 to the very end. Oh fuck it, I have time, why not? Where the hell's a fast one?
I never thought I'd say this to a complete stranger, but I owe you my life.
Not much range removed. Much removed, man. There's no fast
Chevalier,
walking.
what
Fucking
happened to your
radars
vessel?
missing.
I got myself into a bit of a
They got
scrape.
fucked.
Sent 3 shipping on land to their watery grave. The Gaffo nearly followed them down.
Just your fate has been better, Le Chasseur.
Indeed. My sources inform me that Samuel Smith has searched far and wide, looking for answers on how to make that strange box work. He just returned from Europe,
Where's he now?
refitting his schooner. If you hurry, you can catch him there. Oh, remember those blueprints? Well, I had an engineer build that marvelous weapon for your ship. Master Pucker's gun fires more shots than an artillery brigade, and twice as fast.
Many thanks.
Anything for my hooded friends.
That don't fuck it up, piss pot.
Close, Captain.
I will join you on this voyage.
Then shall we, gentlemen?
You are in a jovial mood, Shay?
Why shouldn't I be? I have a new weapon, and will soon have a chance to use it. Besides, Templars are usually well guarded, and I'm sure that Smith fellow is no exception.
They also took the liberty of ordering some improvements. Morgan now has a ram. That's the right
I have heard of such bullets from little weakness in its operation.
What about Smith then? Close by.
Aye, he sails these very waters, and he may have the precursor box.
There he is!
Most fortunate timing. Lady Luck never ceases to smile on you.
He's seen us. Give chase.
But hold your fire. You must not damage the box or risk losing it to the sea. Can this bucket go any faster? Careful, you simpleton. You will destroy the box.
At least my ship is still seaworthy, Chevalier.
Samuel Smith is the Templar's treasurer. What he's doing in these waters is beyond me.
Maybe he came here to meet someone, or ran into your pirates. He's refitting his ship. Something must have happened.
If one of my allies attacked him, I would have known about it.
Well, he's back from a long voyage. Now's our chance to get him.
Smith controls most of the Templar's wealth, doesn't he? With him out of the way...
Washington entrusted the precursor box to him. He probably still has it.
Shay's right. The box comes first.
So we can't sink him. We'll have to board his ship, or force him to beach.
This is not a game, cabbage farmer.
Look, Captain. He's cutting through the ice.
It seems you're not the only one equipped with such a ram, Shay.
Let us hope ours fares just as well.
worked. The way is clear. Once more, your fortune holds. But do not waste time congratulating yourself. Smith is giving away.
Maybe
It's an ambush. Envoyez-y, diable en enfer. Smith must not escape.
We've been hit!
Get the mainsails into the wind!
They're firing, sir!
Fire! Fire! Descending! Fire! 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 All down the crew up! Get the mains free! Fire! 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 Keep it on top! Proud on every inch of sail! Fill the sails! Drag them down!
honestly, I'm actually not be so harsh on it. If the ship controls are actually pretty good. I always love naval combat in the game. The naval combat. Man, this could be any slower. Repair.
I don't see Smith's ship. There's Smith. He's moving again.
No doubt he hoped to be a spectator of your demise. I'm glad to disappoint him. And he's still within reach.
I'm actually kind of surprised he just didn't fuck off. Because there's literally just one assassin, and it's not even a master assassin, keep in mind. It's just so weird that Smith decided to just stay for no reason. I guess he became a master eventually. So it's never actually stated.
What wickedness is this?
Another Finlock tactic. They can cover whole stretches of ocean with their flames.
Careful, Shay. We could be burnt to cinders.
It's nothing more than a last desperate throw of the dice. He knows we have him.
Purest place in the world. So unspoiled.
You could see where I'm going.
Loaded, Captain!
Brace yourselves!
we know where he was headed. Bastard has an encampment here.
Follow him on land. Do not even think of firing the ship's weapons near that precious box.
I'll take care of this.
What the hell? And that's why I actually like the grab button so much. Let's see where he went. Ah, whoops.
Him! You there, stop!
This cannot be. No! Do you even know what that is?
An ancient artifact. Treasure from those who came before.
Yes. It matters not. Some of the greatest scientific minds of all Europe could not make it work.
Now all I need is the manuscript, and all shall be revealed.
Alright, so I should probably check the map to see where I'm going because I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. I barely care at this point.
Got the precursor box.
I just get to this.
Smith's dead. Where's Chevalier?
Returning to the Garfo. We'll have to celebrate without him, I'm afraid.
I don't much feel like celebrating, Liam. I know we have to get these artifacts back, but at what cost? Samuel Smith. He could barely hold his sword straight. Killing him was...
Necessary.
But
But nothing. Smith was a dangerous man. A Templar. What's worse, he had the precursor box. You should be proud of yourself.
I feel like they're trying to basically say
Head for Albany now.
that they were just killing not so dangerous innocent men. But here's the thing about dangerous people. You don't have to be able to hold a gun or kill 100 men with a single swipe of a sword to be dangerous. You just have to be really smart to be very dangerous. So the fact that he was like, but Smith wasn't very strong. He couldn't hold a sword straight. He was such a giant weak. Like, yes, so?
Mark my word, Shay.
What about intelligence? Are you just going to gloss that? Are only warriors deserving of death? I get where they're coming with. He was a defenseless man, but so what?
Damn these eyes!
Fire! Fire! Short and safe! Get off the squall!
Through the boat!
going? Where am I going?
House on sale.
And kind of is the problem with the argument they're trying to present about assassins being bad. So, we have
Who's
killed
the
defenseless
touchdown?
people before. Altair has killed scholars because they would basically talk if you let them live. You couldn't exactly just let them live and just endanger the mission. Same with other Templars. I think like what one Templar who was only obsessed with taking care of people and basically broke their kneecaps. He couldn't fight worth a shit. He had to run away. One of the Templars also had to run away. He couldn't hold a sword right, and that was during the ages where holding a sword was very important. So literally just going, this guy couldn't defend himself, therefore, are we sure this is correct? Really doesn't hold up.
Loose on. Let's move.
Again, it would have been fine
Bring
if
the
Smith
topsails
actually
and
gave a
guns.
sound argument similar to the other Templars Altair killed, and he questioned this, why their deaths were necessary. For example, I think one of them was straight up like, oh, have you ever, like, whores, fucking insane people, this and that. Like, are they really fit to be slaves? And he basically like, but these are men, women, something like that. It's like, you took them out the streets. Like, yes, but what little lives they have. So in a way, that actually just opens up dialogue for maybe the Templars aren't as bad as you think. And you know something's wrong when even Assassin's Creed 1 even questioned, are we the bad guys here? And actually did it much better than Assassin's Creed Rogue. In fact, Altair was pretty much the first traitor of the Order. Literally, if the Order kept with what Mualim did, the Templar wouldn't exist. It was also because Altair betrayed the Order that they even there even still are Templars. So if anything, Assassin's Creed Rogue does the fucking Assassin's Traitor a lot worse than Assassin's Creed 1. There was literally no dialogue with Smith over here. And being that serious on Assassin's Creed 1 does the traitor assassin a lot better than Assassin's Creed Rogue. Honestly, and here's the best part about it too.
Unfurl, mates. Let's move.
All they really needed to do was retread Assassin's Creed 1. Actually give Stan argument to why the Templars are right, instead of just contriving a reason why Shay just betrays the Order. And yes, I know why he fucking betrays the Order. I find it fucking contrived. But I feel like I should just talk about it when it actually gets there instead of just spoiling it now. But keep in mind, the most basic punishment for traitors in Assassin's Creed was literally death. Especially compromising the Brotherhood. This has been an ironclad thing. If you compromise the Brotherhood, you're basically as good as dead, unless you can actually prove that you didn't do it. This is the reason why, who was it? La Volpe was about to murder Machiavelli, because aside the fact that he thought Machiavelli was a traitor, what he did, supposedly, did compromise the Brotherhood. So it really wasn't an overreaction on his part. Probably tried. Yeah, honestly, I don't even know why I'm trying to get a waypoint. I'm even trying to 100% this game. Let's finish the story and call it a day. I'll just get the bare minimum I need. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You have to cross a bridge? Okay, whatever.
I can get it from here.
What? doing? Why is Shay extending his hidden blade like that? The colonial hidden blade is a dagger. His left arm should be holding it like a like reverse grip dagger. So what the hell's going on here? If it's in comic, he should be holding that shit like a fucking dagger. And then with his right hidden blade, to actually hold it like a hidden blade would, just point it forward. That's the bonus of, that's basically the strength of the colonial hidden blade. So why is Shay holding it like he's not using a colonial hidden blade?
George Washington and his militia have fired on French troops under Jumonville. The French are calling it an act of war.
George Washington. You mean Lawrence's younger brother?
Yeah, it's the same. Speaking of Lawrence Washington, since you eliminated him, James Wardrop has moved up in ranks. All the Templar resources are at his disposal now.
What about the manuscript?
My sources in New York confirm that Wardrop has it. I also learned that he is here at the Congress under heavy guard.
Shay, find Wardrop. Get that manuscript.
This place is thick with Templar troops. Liam and I will make sure he doesn't escape.
Stay right there.
Is that really necessary?
That must be the Templar William Johnson. Perhaps he has the manuscript, or knows where it is.
As I have stated previously, I believe we need a national union, granted by an act of parliament, but bringing greater independence to our colonies. The French are an immediate threat, and we are ill prepared to face them. To put it bluntly, the colonies must join, or die.
A rousing speech, Master Franklin. But do you truly believe Great Britain will grant her colonies autonomy?
They have little choice, Master Johnson. You know the remoteness of this frontier better than most.
Yes, but let us leave politics for another day. I wanted to thank you for your research.
Of course, of course. In the brief time I could examine that box, I could tell it was something unique. From ancient Egypt, you said? Well, as I mentioned in my letter, I am quite ready to electrify it.
Excellent. We will have the box delivered shortly. As for the manuscript, Captain?
I apologize, sir, but Master Wardrop refused to hand it over. He said the risks were too great.
The risks? Ah. I apologize. You will have the manuscript and the box in the briefest of delays.
You mangy excuse for a uniform. Run to Fort Frederick and tell Master Wardrop he had better cough up the manuscript post-haste, else I will have him scalped.
I can't let that lobster captain reach Wardrop.
Okay, I can just kill him with a gun. Alright, then reload this gun before I actually do anything stupid. Oh, so that's AU vision. Okay. Alright, he's starting gunning people. Awesome.
Bastards in me sight. I've a clear shot in me sight. I'm losing that bastard. Keep the slippery. Absolutely not.
I'm gonna just chase him manually.
You there.
Hey, buddy. See ya. Man, this guy can run. There we go. Ah, fuck.
What are you waiting for? I think I can.
Done.
I'll take that. You Templar dog.
No! You have no idea what you're doing, fool!
Keeping the people free from your control.
How free will you be when the French undermine these squabbling colonies?
These colonies would be far better off without the Templars pulling the strings.
We bring order from chaos. If everything is permitted, no one is safe.
Even the devil can quote scripture to suit his own purposes.
Ready to open fire! I have a clear shot! Citizens are wrong!
See ya.
Got a clear shot on that little shite.
What the hell? What the hell? Does he have a 4-shooter? That shouldn't be possible yet.
Get a clear shot. Got a clear shot. I'm not losing that bastard.
Yeah, really misses Assassin's Creed 1 systems though. Assassin's Creed 2 and 1 actually had some of the best parkour in the game. Which is actually kind of believable considering the fact that those games are extremely old. The fact that those old as hell games actually have better parkour is kinda... Well, what's the word I'm looking for? But it's not stupid.
Set the maids free!
I guess so.
I have the manuscript.
Great. Hope is waiting for you in Sleepy Hollow.
What's in Sleepy Hollow?
Benjamin Franklin. Van Johnson tried to make that strange precursor box work.
So what's the plan?
He's Hope. Personally, one of Johnson's men. Give the box of manuscript to Franklin.
So I'm a messenger then.
See if this Franklin can figure out how this damn box operates. Stay with him. Oh, and as far as we can tell, this man doesn't know about the Templars, or the Assassins for that matter.
Oh, a simple task.
For a simple man.
I feel like actually hinting about the earthquake could have been really interesting. Because I actually put causation for Shay to go, wait, I was warned about this. Why didn't I take the warning seriously? It would have actually helped a lot more to set it up, but then again, the earthquake being sudden would have probably been better. Don, I'm trying to figure out where he actually got the tip of Macandal. Considering that it doesn't even mention anything. They just like, I don't even know if they got the temple or not. But yeah, I'm assuming that was the very start where he just got the Macandal stuff. If it is, it actually brings up a few questions. It turns out, if my presumption turns out to be correct. Hopefully it turns out to be wrong, so I don't actually have to blast this game over it.
You're late? The sky is getting temperamental.
That's not the only thing, is it? Master Franklin, sir. My name is Shay, and this is my associate Hope. William Johnson told us to give you these.
Thank you, but I'm afraid I must delay my experiment.
Delay it? Why?
The army confiscated my lightning rods. They are essential to conducting the electricity I need to vivify your box.
Master Johnson would not want you to have to wait.
Perhaps there is something you can do then. Soldiers have been hauling things away all day. Perhaps they could tell you where they've taken my lightning rods so you could get them back.
At your service, sir.
Begin your investigation at the market near the docks. I will stay here and help with the preparations.
Alright, alright.
This is intolerable. I can barely conduct my
There it is.
Word. This is heavy. The weather's getting worse. You know where the warehouse is, soldier?
Aye, sir. I'm sure you're seeing things, but I'll take a look.
Your brain.
How in the world?
Did you see that strange stuff in Benjamin Franklin's garden? I keep well clear of that place. They say that lad messes with lightning. Speaking of lightning, I reckon there's a storm coming.
Aye. Let's hope she demurs until we're off duty.
What for a pint?
Sure, if you bring your mates.
Possibly.
I need ammo. What the hell is up with the Shay?
Is that the last of it?
Yes, it is, sir.
Good. Put it with the rest.
Well, there wasn't anything I have to care about. See ya, buddy.
I wonder what Master Franklin plans to do with these rods. The storm's getting worse. Better hurry back to Franklin.
Stop! I want to talk.
Perfect. There we go, he finally shot. Waiting for him to shoot him. I should probably replay 3 just to see how the animations go, because if I remember correctly, they did say that Shay's animation are basically just more from Honor.
Shay, thank goodness! Quick, help me with the rods.
It's a map. Where is that?
Portugal! Lisbon, I'd stake my life on it!
Make yourself scarce, Shay. The militia will be here any minute. I'm sure they will have questions.
What about you?
I'm a devoted housekeeper.
Right.
Not correctly, they were basically like, you saw what the box did, Hope. You know how much power it has. No man shall power. It's like, yeah, go back to the scene later on. But what actually bugged me about the precursor box specifically was,
The nearest bureau.
what reason was it made?
Hope will be expecting me.
The thing is, like, the Apple of Eden actually does the very same thing the Precursor's box does. In fact, it actually did the same thing on screen. The reason why they had so many artifacts of Eden stockpiled was because they went through Altair's memories with the Apple of Eden and found it that way. So what was the what was the Precursor box exactly made for? Many questions and no answers, basically.
Close down!
Yeah, I honestly don't get what the Precursor box was even made to begin with. Because again, each item had a use that was unique to them. For example, the Apple of Eden both controlled humans, but also stockpiled information. The fucking Shroud of Eden was basically a healing tank, except super portable. And the Sword of Eden was, well, a weapon. The Ring of Eden was a shield, and yada yada yada. The Animus was basically just another way to stockpile information that was outside the Apple's actual reach. For example, information that they couldn't store inside the Apple and was lost to time, so they could retrieve that by just using the Animus. I mean, even then, there's arguments like they used the Animus purely for stimulation. So it was something that the Apple couldn't just innately. Actually, I take that back. The Apple could actually do that. So anything, the box had to be a prototype. Which actually begs a question, why was the prototype storing important information like that? I just feel like a different item would have been better.
Are you sure
I
we
mean,
can find
especially
this one
with
place?
Shay's
Saw it clear as day, Hope.
entire reaction
It's
to
a
what happened
convent,
afterwards.
right close by the harbor. I might have visited the sisters once or twice.
Given your present knowledge of the site, this duty falls upon you. You understand what must be done?
Find the precursor temple and retrieve the piece of Eden.
Finally obtained a ship for crossing the ocean. Have no worries. I will keep the Morgans safe in New York.
Thank you. Liam and I will leave straight away.
Liam is unavailable at present. Your crew and ship await. Be careful, Shay. Pieces of Eden are powerful relics.
Achilles even gave him a fucking warning. So honestly, that inciting conflict makes no sense considering the fact that 1, Achilles warned him, 2, there was nothing in the box to insinuate fucking earthquakes, and 3, most importantly of all
Saints.
actually just get there and I'll give a big rant.
And here I am, looking for a relic from the time before Adam and Eve. Strange days indeed.
Benedictus est, Domine, Deus universi quia de tua largitate accepimus vinum, uo tibi oferimus fructum vitis et operis manum hominum, ex quo nobis fiet votus spiritualis.
Haha, classic. I'll say this, I'm not against Shay having Eagle Vision because, like, Captain Kidd even stated, like, Eagle Vision is not that it's not that unique, it's just that it's actually difficult to acquire. What the hell? So, Shay literally having Eagle Vision isn't that out of the question, because Eagle Vision isn't actually just something that's completely unique to other people. To specific people, it's just that Eagle Vision, actually, I would have done more lore with the Eagle Vision if I were them. I feel like what happened is that Eagle Vision just gives you some passive mind hack resistances, which, well, fucking Ubisoft never actually delved into. Imagine this, Eagle Vision was used during the war, so everyone literally had Eagle Vision when they were fighting, humans were literally amped up with Eagle Vision when they were fighting against the ones who came before. So, there would have actually been a really cool lore tidbit to include that, which is why Eagle Vision is so important later down the line, because it helped them resist the effects of precursor artifacts. Well, because not all descendants that were directly from Desmond had Eagle Vision, unless literally every single important assassin came from Desmond. Man, this feels a lot slower than doing it in 2. Then I get in 2, you could literally just back eject through walls. Take it from the back. Is that the one? Okay, fine. Yeah, never mind, it's fine. Oh! Alright, I see now. I think I know where to go. Let's see. Okay, so I'm supposed to go from there. I can't climb it. Well, okay, there we go. Okay, I'll actually take that. What the fuck? Why did he jump over there?
In nomine Patris et Filii et
Alright, so it's
Spiritus
up there.
Gratia Domini nostri Iesu Christi, et caritas Dei, et communicatio Sancti Spiritus, sit cum omnibus vobis.
I feel like this should be getting a bigger reaction compared to no reaction at all. What? Come on. Yeah, I honestly hate the fucking button scheme they're going with for this shit. It's so hard to actually get used to when shift was basically the go-to for rerunning and such. Just fucking playing on ice skating controls. There we go. Okay, how come they're not getting a reaction from this? There are people in here.
Precursor site.
I don't make this shit up, right? There are people in here. There are people here and nobody noticed a fucking panel going down? These Ezio had the audacity to go in where there was no one there.
What do we have here? The artifact.
What the hell? Okay, I actually gotta ask, what was the point of that shit in... Why did the precursors make this? They literally created a fucking earthquake bomb for no reason and then disarm it. Now, again, I think that thing was supposed to be a tectonic stabilizer, but why is just fucking touching it enough to evaporate it? It kinda makes no sense you actually give it some thought now. Why did they make it? Why did they make it so volatile? In fact, I get why it's actually made now. It was literally just a tectonic stabilizer, so shit, like earthquakes don't happen. But again, the fact they can just get fucked if someone so much as whiffs at it is stupid. Oh fuck! I just went to the fire.
A minha filha! Onde está a minha filha?
How could God do this to them? God had nothing to do with this.
It was the VTuber's fault. I'll explain what I mean by that later.
So what's the next city you want me to smite?
What the
What
fuck?
happened in Haiti happened in Portugal. A great earthquake. Thousands dead thanks to your damned manuscript.
This cannot be.
Shay, a person cannot start an earthquake.
A person meddling with these precursor machines could. You saw the box, Hope. The temple was filled to bursting with that kind of power. You made me
The
slaughter
fucking
innocents.
power of the box. It was a 3D map.
What the hell's going on?
He
Stop this.
didn't.
The operation
Literally,
was
Achilles was like, "Wait, what?
You are
We don't
shifting
even know if they
earth
reached the
itself.
artifact or
Who
not."
are you to decide what city falls next?
Get him out of here.
That
I am as a
fucking
fool if he
inciting
thinks I'll
incident
leave
doesn't
this
make
be.
sense because they're betting
Achilles
that the players
cannot
didn't
be
pay enough
trusted.
attention.
You
Achilles
must never
literally had
find another
zero
precursor
information
temple.
and
I don't
even
care
warned
that he's
Shay to be
mentor,
careful.
or that his family
So
is
him
dead.
lashing out like this
There's no
kinda
excuse
makes
for
no
this level
sense
of
in the
madness.
context of the story when this fucker had a lot of red warning signs telling him to be careful and a lot of obvious signs that Achilles didn't know shit about this. Is it a correct reaction? Yeah,
Only
obviously.
one thing to do.
But the fucking problem about this shit is that it doesn't work because 1, Achilles didn't want to talk for some reason. 2, Shay couldn't just fucking tell Achilles directly what happened when he touched that fucking little relic. And 3, this is the most egregious of them all. And very important, by the way, because fucking people forget about the rules of the creed. Compromising the brotherhood is a death sentence.
There's no turning back now.
I had such
He has a
for you,
fucking
Shay.
gun
Achilles.
and
You
a
have to do
sword.
this.
Kill
What
Shay.
is it you're doing exactly? Stealing from your brothers? Betraying me?
Someone must make amends.
Make amends? You have no idea what you're doing. The future of the whole continent Maybe the whole world is tied up in that manuscript.
Hold Shay at gunpoint, Achilles. You're a fucking master
Don't have the right to
assassin.
decide that future.
The right. We have the responsibility.
We are responsible for killing innocents and destroying cities. This mad grab for power. It ends now.
I will not let you destroy everything we have built.
Why are you striking him at the window? Hit him by the walls, Achilles. Shoot him! You have a fucking gun, a sword, and initiative. You should have just pulled your fucking gun, pointed it at Shay, and questioned him. Why the fuck are you shooting cannons? Actually, no, never mind. Wait, no, that's not Shay's fucking ship. Who the fuck's shooting cannons? I literally don't see Achilles giving the okay to shoot the fires. So it literally had to be from Shay. So Shay, motherfucker, you won't kill innocents, huh?
You won't hinder our plans.
What the fuck? Did he plan this for an hour? When they literally plan on shooting everyone? Begging on Shay to escape? What? You see what fucking happens when hack riders don't realize what they're doing?
Listen to reason, Shay.
It's such a fucking shift that they're actually started mooring their own lands for this. Keep in mind, Achilles didn't just go, so what? He was just as confused and he didn't know. Okay, yeah, fine, tackle me over there.
That's enough.
Give back the manuscript, Shay. I'm sure Achilles.
I cannot! I will not let this happen again. All those souls lost. One more hardly matters. Shay!
Real fuck shot him. You see the fucking problem when you actually realize so many issues within the writing here? One, Achilles didn't know, had no reason to know, and even if you pay a lot of attention, you realize Achilles didn't do anything wrong. Two, Shay fucking overreacts over this shit. Yes, I get it, he killed thousands of people, but shouldn't you at least trust your family a little bit?
These memories seem to take place some 20 years after the one we just saw.
Are you certain?
Positive. This means Shay must have survived that fall.
If he is the man
No. Here's what I don't get. Why does that literally mean Shay survived the fall?
The data is fragmented.
The fact that there are fucking genetic information about Shay right there from probably a donor means that he survived already. So why is he shocked, or she's shocked that Shay survived? They put so much importance over Shay, but the shit he did only happened because of contrived. One, Achilles didn't pull a gun on him for trying to steal. Is there a reaction? Well, fucking show
where Shay is or what he's doing now. So keep your eyes and ears open.
Two,
I want to know the reason
put them
Shay
through the
came to
fucking
this
window.
place.
You just charge through it, instead of just grabbing through the wall or pulling a gun and again shooting him. Three, he is armed. He had a fucking gun and his sword is there. Where the fuck would they go? Also, keep in mind, Achilles is a master assassin, a grandmaster. He should be smart enough to figure out something's going on, pull a gun, and ask Shay on fucking gunpoint. This is very contrived, and it pisses me off because I could straight just tell you, this is not a bad idea. Assassins betraying their own order has been done, and it is a pretty interesting idea to have an assassin that betrays the order because they don't agree with what the order currently represents, or whatever the fuck the order likes to do. It's not like Achilles just went, so what? Thousands died, but million more Templars go with them. He wasn't callous. He was fucking confused. He was actually asking questions. Even people like, dude, Shay, there's no way one guy could even pull this shit off.
Vous l'avez trouvé? Ouais, Benjamin Franklin est à Notre-Dame. Si on se magne, on devrait le rattraper. Arrêtez de vous branler. Allons-y.
Benjamin Franklin. That's who Shay is after.
Franklin traveled to England and France, and that guy said Notre Dame. Shay must be in Paris. Time to show me what you got.
Eliminate the threat. Protect Franklin.
Par ici, je les essaie. Je trouve votre compte. I've got a shot!
I actually don't like this fucking system. Where the fuck is he pulling the smoke bomb? Hey, buddy.
I have as clear a shot as I can. Il est là! Attrapez-le! Help! Somebody help! Il ne nous échappera pas cette fois!
Shit!
What happened?
That's all the data we have. We can't explore this memory further. For now. Shay couldn't have died, then appeared in France 20 years later. We're missing something. Shay's memories are scattered in chunks throughout
Again, the idea of an assassin betraying the order is not that bad. I could actually write it a lot better than what they pulled here, instead of making a middleman, because clearly Shay cares about peace. Of course, care about peace. It would have been a really interesting point of event if we actually just played half season. Otto Berg is quite literally the most biased narrator in the Templar Order.
But he is unlike the ones you have used for your entertainment products in the past. I believe Shay may be the most important assassin who ever lived.
How?
Your research will help me achieve something I have.
He's a fucking assassin traitor whose entire work got undone by Connor. He did not uproot the order nor change it. Altair did. He is the most important assassin that ever lived because he changed the entire structure of the order.
I'm gonna need the numbskull back if we're gonna proceed.
Can't you do it yourself? This is literally just playing a video game. You're not fucking doing anything complex.
I got tired of waiting for Melanie's stupid.
I get why we're
so
doing
I got
it.
this piece of shit working well enough to get you to the lobby and back.
Because we're the
I'll get your
protagonist,
enemies prepped while
and the
I'm
protagonist always does everything that people can do, but only now they can't because the protagonist.
I have granted you level 1 security clearance. I trust there will be no further delays.
Why exactly does he need to have this clearance?
Once you restore the servers,
Protagonism is
I'll
so
load the next set of
fucking
Shay's memories
retarded.
to your anime.
You know what Assassin's Creed 4 actually worked with this shit? Because he was, one, you were working directly with those memories, so it makes sense that he actually just asked you. And two, very importantly, he really didn't care who it was. It just so happened that you were exploring those memories, so he used you. It could have literally been anyone. But here, it literally has to be you, when it could have literally just been anyone who did it.
Data we have is pretty raw, but it's enough to move forward. Get back up here, double time. It looks like restoring servers also clears the virus from some of the other systems.
You are making
It would have been much better, and I'll say this.
I'm eager to see what
They don't fucking give you the clearance shit. Instead, they're like, oh, you did really good, here's a reward. And then let you explore more, instead of you having to do this clearance bullshit that clearly just makes them look like retards. Here's how I ruin it. Alright, so we just finished the server room. Because of your good work, here's clearance level whatever. Go nuts. You can take our files and, hey, might be pretty fun to look around. There we go. Now we have an actual reason. They're not forcing you to do shit for whatever the hell they want you to do. Who the hell's helping us? Probably a Templar. You know what actually kind of makes no sense? Shay should have really fucking died from either hypothermia or whatever when he fell off the river, unless he actually got saved by people.
If I said that was the craziest shit I'd ever seen, would that be the most obvious statement ever?
Not really.
Shay has been through a severely traumatic experience.
Okay. Second most obvious statement ever.
Continue exploring his memories. The best is yet to come.
Yeah, it is traumatic, I can actually buy that. But there's so many problems with this plot that it's easily deconstructed. The entirety of the first scene is caused by contrivances. 2. This shit would have been written much better if instead of Achilles having a legitimate reason to be confused, he actually knew, straight up did it, purely because that entire area was filled with Templars. He literally killed like 100 innocent people just to take out a country full of Templars.
Mr. Finnegan, was it?
Sweet Mother Mary. Have we taken in the village idiot?
Barry! Remember, Shay, I'm Cassidy, and this is...
Barry!
You've been ill for weeks.
I hate to have been a burden.
See? He's a civilized fella.
Aye, for a clumsy deckhand. Probably fell off his ship half drunk.
Barry!
He's right.
And now here we go, Shay destroys his family, and one of the fucking
going on?
I hate. Later on. Keep in mind, again, assassins being the bad guys actually work. Now, there's actually a thing where the assassins
Shut up, woman.
harassing around was like, now, here we go, assassins being evil. That's a really good reason.
What are you going on about?
Stay out of this, you fool.
Well, I was going to, but now you've made things personal.
Time to dance,
How is Shay still so fucking superhuman after being eaten shit?
Come back. Thank you, Shay.
There's another problem with Assassin's Creed I actually have. They're afraid of taking away your fucking toys when they should. It would have been really useful if we actually showed Shay being so debilitated he can barely hold his own against trash-cured mobs. Take out his counter, only give him the ability to strafe a little bit, and if he strafes too much, he falls on the floor flat. Make it so he does in one shot.
It won't do you any good walking around Starkers. Here, try these on. They were our sons.
I suppose if you're looking for trouble, you'll be needing these.
Thank you.
You know what actually kind of bugs me? Why didn't they just fucking search for a body?
Don't you look a right gentleman?
Gas.
Did I have a book with me?
Just those peculiar weapons.
Thank you both. If you'll excuse me. The manuscript is at the bottom of the Atlantic.
Yeah, Agushi just put a bullet in his head.
You'll regret this. The Finnegans are dead. Hear me? Dead. Putting your nose in other people's business ain't nice. You picked the wrong side.
What have you and your friends got against the Finnegans?
I got no gripe. My boss sent me over.
Ah, and where's he set up?
You can't miss it. There's always black smoke rising from the courtyard of that building.
Do you really need to make it that obvious? Jeez, dude. We're not in the fucking industrial age yet. They're gonna set up smokes everywhere.
If you're looking for trouble, you're no friend of ours. You don't get to decide when we are done. What are you waiting for? Kill him! I have a shot, ready to fire.
Just keep going. What the fuck?
That will help with
What the hell is going on?
smoke.
Be at ease, Master Cormac. We are friends. The Finnegans were worried you might take matters into your own hands. I am Colonel George Monroe.
Colonel?
I came to help, but I see I am late. Thank you for dealing with these foul criminals. They were a blight on New York.
What do you care? You redcoats are nothing but landlords. The townsfolk here are grinding away, trying to make a living.
I cannot blame you for having that impression. Some of my comrades have been less than helpful.
A lot of his
But I
comrades.
take a different approach.
And what is that?
I care. I want to see these colonists safe and prosperous.
Noble words.
Perhaps actions will convince you otherwise, Master Cormac.
Here. Reclaim what they have stolen. Now let us use some of that money for the good of the city. I realize you have no reason to trust me, Master Cormac.
You said you were a friend of the Finnegans.
I am. Their late son worked for me. You are much like him.
How so?
He cared, and he wanted to do good by the people. We shared a dream, he and I, that of making the world a better place. Mere survival is not enough. Full bellies, warm clothing. Freedom from want is the greatest freedom of all.
It almost sounds like you have goodwill towards the people you govern.
I do not govern, Master Cormac. I merely assist. See this neglected edifice, Master Cormac? We can make it better. Urban renewal is a new science, but one that has already proven effective on the continent. I've arranged for resources. Use them to improve that building.
What fine work.
The neighborhood will be much better now.
I suspect New York will prosper under your watch, Master Cormac.
I think the funny part is literally that Ezio did this exact same shit too.
A man needs purpose. Farewell for now, Master Cormac.
Yeah, straight up Ezio actually did the very same shit as well. So go figure, we're actually trading Assassin's Creed 2 again, but in a very, very bad way.
The Colonel strikes me as an honorable man. Someone who wants to do what's right.
And I think it's actually good enough for me to just
But he
part
may
ways
have a
because I'm
point.
actually starting to get my blood flowing.
Everything that has happened.
Up my head now.
With what I've done, I can't change the past. But maybe there's a future for me here. I should head back to the Finnegans. Let them know I'm fine.